Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Can you hear me now? Okay, that's better. Thanks, guys. Man, I keep on forgetting my microphone, my default mic switches apparently every time I start OBS. Thanks for pinning that one, Frank. Appreciate it. But this stream is actually supposed to have audio. All right, well, as I was saying, apparently very, very, very quietly before, hey, welcome on in, everybody. This is WagWorksGA. I'm Jeff, or Wags, and we're going to do some art tonight. I think that's a pin of shame, if I'm not mistaken. How was the trip? I did want to ask. In fact, I wasn't sure. I realized I never asked how long it was, so I wasn't sure if you were gonna be here tonight. I thought you might be still on the trip. So it seems the vibe I'm getting is it was a good trip. She gave you a wedgie. I mean, every now and then, we all have it coming. That's what I think. I'm guessing the yes was to the fact that it was a good trip, a good visit. You tried caribou. What did you think? What did you think of the caribou? Yeah, I figured. Not the meat. Yes, Frank. I mean, that is, you know. He made you switch it for a different one. This car has been in Wisconsin. I cannot drive it. No, I drove to Milwaukee. When I was there in Wisconsin in December of last year, I had to rent a car for when my flight got canceled and I had to drive to a different airport. I was gonna say maybe you drove the same car, but you know, it would have had to make its way across. Caribou was okay. I like Te Amo way more. Perhaps I'm less familiar. I'm less familiar with that. But you did say you. Okay, that's good. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that is not one that I'm familiar with. Although I do like a good bubble tea, but I don't have it that often. An Oreo coffee smoothie? Oh my gosh. Yes, please. You told me you planned on having that before you even went. And she punched you. You have the video. I mean, if you consider the Buldak like double spicy to be kind of weak, then yeah, I can see how, you know, Carolina Reaper might be right up your alley. I've never tried it. I haven't tried anything stronger than the Buldak, but I would. Get my stylus out here. That's me, always coming to class prepared. He loved it, Nada. Well, that's awesome. Got some good food, got some good coffee. I'm not familiar. Is that another, like, I'm not familiar with the top of the tater dip. Fall and hurt your teeth. I liked like the complete opposite versions of the story that I'm getting. Yeah, no, apparently, I missed something. Yeah. I feel like Frank's gonna pin that one next. Yeah, no. So what is top the tater dip? I am not in the know on this one. He sent me a picture. Okay. Right. So I should go to that whole Discord thing probably to check it out. Because if I'm gonna learn, we can all learn together. Anyone who doesn't already know, you guys know. Clearly. Ooh, that's right. While you make your mouth guard. I recognize the logo on this, but not that flavor dip. I think we might have gotten their like cheese spread dip. Maybe? It looks familiar, but I know I haven't had it. He has an ouchie tooth. Oh, sorry. That's no fun. Alright, maybe I can share this dip with the chat. With the rest of chat, whoever's watching. Give me just a second. Hey, there we go. I'm gonna go this way. There we go. Hey, there we have it. That is the top potato dip. But yeah, I am down with chive and onion dip. That is good stuff, and I definitely had that growing up. Actually, I wasn't a fan as a kid. Maybe my parents got this and I just like totally skipped out on it and missed it, and it was my own fault. It may be. It was okay. I mean, the old Dutch chips I know for sure. Yeah. Fallen made you buy everything. Oh man, I remember the fun of doing the mouth guard formation, boiling it, and then biting into it to form it. But still like semi-hot. It's good times. I did not. So let's see, you guys mentioned you're gonna go to Mall of America. How was that trip? Probably open up some art stuff. Like I'm gonna, work on that tonight maybe. Rainforest Cafe is always fun. We used to be bigger fans when our kids were young. One of them got very terrified of the thunderstorms inside, so we kind of avoided it for a while. They'd probably be good with it now. That was many years ago. This one. We spent money. Fair. That does seem like a thing you would do at Mall of America. Do they have no, maybe I'm thinking of a different mall. If they had like a Nickelodeon area, but I think that might have been a New Jersey thing. I haven't been to either. It fell into your arms. It's a sign. They do have Nickelodeon Universe. Oh, cool. That might be fun to take the kids to sometime. Next time we find ourselves in that area. I mean, it is kind of like the Stitch plushie chose you for sure. So you bought a Stitch plush. Fair. Fair. That's a good reminder of the trip too, right? That's really cool. Since Frankie isn't. So Frank, are you gonna become a Minnesotan soon? Is that plan in the works now after the visit? I don't know if you can hear it. Disney fireworks are going off right now. It's I can hear them through the headphones. Minnesota. He won't be a Minnesotan. Okay. You go there. Okay. Gotcha. I mean, New Mexico is one of the states that I haven't visited, but I think I'm due at some point. It seems really cool. I did my thesis actually on some lightning convective initiation out there, so I study the area a little bit. He just needs to find a job and a house for you. Then he comes to kidnap you. Well, we've got it all planned out. Sounds good. Yes, Frank? Explain why cloud... Well, it's not necessarily that clouds make planes have turbulence. It's the fact that clouds exist in rising air. Right? Like, so... In general, air is cooler as you go up. So when you get air from the surface that is warmed and starts rising, it becomes, in general, it stays more buoyant than the air around it, so it continues to rise. As it rises and gradually cools, the water vapor inside the cloud condenses. So that's the cloud that you see, but what you're feeling is the upward motion of the air as it rises. And the inconsistency of it, because it's in like little pockets, right? It's not like one big like square mile chunk of air just all rises at the same rate. Differences in the surface, differences in heating, and things like that can cause it to be uneven amounts of lift. So that's why turbulence is a bit more of a shake. But yeah, the turbulence and the cloud are both the result of the rising air. This is great practice, you guys, because you guys almost got to join me making a PowerPoint tonight, but I decided not to do that. Or finishing a PowerPoint, I should say. I'm giving a presentation at the library, our local branch of the library, Saturday about hurricanes, and got a good start on my presentation last weekend, but then the week has just flown by, and I need to finish it. Oh man, I've been seeing a lot of stories about how turbulence has been getting worse. I flew in December and was lucky to not hit any particularly bad turbulence, but we haven't flown as much. Not since the epilepsy presented with our son, just because seizures on a plane is not an ideal environment. But yeah, the second worst she's ever had in 20 years. I mean, it makes sense that turbulence could be getting a bit stronger because we're just getting more kind of more extremes in the weather, right? Like more stronger systems due to differences in heating, stronger surface heating, and yeah, it's gonna drive stronger stuff. That's crazy. I'm glad you're okay. That's for sure. But yeah, wow. Like, what was it? Everyone flew out of their seats. Okay, that is some real turbulence. I don't know if I've ever had quite that bad. Maybe one where it was like almost like a drop for like a half a second, and you could feel yourself like almost falling. Well, I guess a type of Albuquerque. Okay, so that level of turbulence, that's something that I have not experienced. I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful that you're all right. But hey, tell you what, we should probably think about warm up or something. I did want to get some time to talk about the trip because I wanted to hear how it went. Yeah, what happened to your tooth? I'm going to bring up ye old random Pokemon generator in a second. We'll hop over to art mode as soon as I open my blank canvas. Whoopsie daisy. There we go. Okay. Here we go. Beep. It just started hurting like crazy and I said, oh man, that's no fun on a visit. Do you ever do the thing where you just swish like salt water? I mean, I know that's usually more for the gums, but it can help get rid of bacteria. If you ask Fallen. That's hot. That's rough. Oh man. Are you gonna be able to get it looked at all, or? Oh, it was like hurting at night when you laid down. Okay. I mean, at least you had a little respite from it, but still, that sucks. If it's that level of pain, that is no fun. All right, I was doing a thing. Yeah. Maybe? All right, there we go. Room temperature water was soothing it. That makes sense, because if it's just like an exposed nerve in some way, it makes sense that it would be kind of soothing to have something moderated. Being nonstop because the water. Well, yeah, that'll definitely do it. All right, I'm just gonna generate these Pokemon real quick, and we'll pick one and get going on our warm up. Sandygast. Wow, almost all Pokemon based on objects you find outside. Okay, so you went to the dentist. There's nothing wrong. Okay. I mean, that's good. Right? Right? So of these three, I'm gonna go with... Let's try Sandygast. I think that'll be interesting. Because you grind... Oh my gosh. Yeah, me too. I actually have a night guard. They actually fit me for one at the dentist because it was that they're like, yeah, you're gonna chew through mouth guards. I'd done regular ones for quite a while. That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, if that gets you relief, that's awesome. All right, so we got our Pokemon. I'm gonna do Sandygast. Gonna go ahead and pull up a reference real quick and bring it on over, and we will get underway. All right, reference is in. Okay, that's all good. Get that, label my layers real quick. Things you made out of money. Frank's just sitting over there, actually a millionaire right now. None of us had any idea. And they say chivalry is dead. No, that's good. Even split. Sometimes doing a nice thing, sometimes accepting. I think that's a good way to do it. If you ask me. I mean, nobody did, but there you have it. I don't really know where I'm going with that. All right, so I will start the warm-up. Even trade. It's all good. 5-minute timer is ready to go. For those of you who don't know, I warm up on Pokemon. I just take 5 minutes to do a quick warm-up sketch. Sketch? That was really surprisingly hard to say. Frank made a command for this. There we go. He's choosing violence right now. I mean, isn't that essentially what Frank does? He wakes up each and every day and chooses violence. Okay, so I'm going to start the timer. You're welcome to draw along. You don't have to draw the Pokemon. You can draw whatever you want. Just doodle something. Have fun with it. It's good times. All right, timer starts now. I mean, I buy it. I mean, Frank, seems like a heart of gold situation, you know? That's what I'd say. That's what I'd say. So there's kind of... like that. For those of you who are new to the stream, this is me. I draw my Pokemon asleep, always. For a few reasons. In no small part because it's an easy constraint for me to help me get started without thinking for a really long time about what I want to do. But also because it's cute. It's a good way to explore the personality of every Pokemon. It might be too big. Got a big open snoring mouth right there. Apparently the tunnel goes all the way through. That works. She made you watch. Zootopia is good. Why would you be mad about Zootopia? And that's kind of cool. Alright, so then there's like the shovel. I'll have that kind of jumping out here like so. Turns out this one was a pretty simple one to choose. That's kind of nice. I've never had someone crack my knuckles. Well, aside from like a kid accidentally jamming my hand in a weird way and my knuckles cracking, I don't think I've had someone crack them for me. This is a foreign concept to me. That's our Frank. Come for the wit and kindness, stay for the knuckle cracking. Okay, so yeah, this is a really simple Pokemon, which is great, which means my sketch is actually pretty well done quickly, which means I can move on to pencils. Half price books. That's cool. Is that a chain? I feel like I've heard of that one. Even if I'm not the most familiar. Or is that like just in Minneapolis? Or, okay. Let's turn down sketch. Go ahead. I mean, do I even need to line this? Or do I even need to pencil this? Like, it seems kind of, And a billion Star Wars books. That sounds like Frank. A comic notebook? Like a notebook that has like panels drawn in? A speech bubble. Ooh, that's fun. So is that where you're gonna do all your preliminary loosey-goosey writing? Well, and all your other series? You got a lot now. Oh, nice. I mean, yeah, that's really cool. You know what? I don't even need to pencil this. I could just ink this. What, starting on inks during a warm-up? What? He says probably about 10 seconds before the timer goes off. Nice. Which Calvin and Hobbes did you pick out? Yes, that was my first one. That was my first Calvin and Hobbes. I love that one so much. 12. We could try a thinner line on it. Or I could try this brush. No, wait. Wait, what? Wait. I could try this one. I haven't done this one yet. Maybe a 10. Wait, what just happened? Does it stay? Wait. But what if I... Oh, that's interesting. How does it do that? So I hadn't played with this brush. I just got, it was one of the free clip brushes that you get on the main page. Frank says I can just ink this every day. It's true, and you know what? As it turns out, usually you can. Frank, have you ever seen a brush that does this? So like, the size of the brush is the same for your zoom level, like, but it, so if you zoom, like, look, this is cool. She burned her chicken. Oh, this is so interesting. I don't think I've run into a brush where it's like, okay, there it is zoomed in that level. Here it is zoomed out here. Here it is zoomed out here. And I'm not changing the size of the brush in this. It's just, huh. That's really interesting. That is a new thing. Okay. Huh. And I don't know whether I like it or not. Huh. I mean, it's kind of cool because then, like, when you go in to do, you naturally zoom in to do details. It's like, okay, I got you. You don't even need to do that. But like, if you're doing like a detailed, like, outline that you want to be thick, I'm not sure. All right, well, the timer went off either way. I guess I'll keep these inks just in case, but I might, if I ever come back to this, which I could. It's kind of cute. I might re-ink with something that I have a little more control over. Or come back when I'm more used to this brush. So interesting. So Frank, had you read Scientific Progress Goes Boink before? I kind of assumed that you'd read pretty much all the Calvin and Hobbes. Well, I'm saving. Did you leave her a shirt? That's really sweet. as long as you didn't leave her your favorite socks with holes in it, that's probably not as welcome. Did you wear new socks for her? Is my question for you. Today's the 7th. Oh, you've never read it before? Well, I hope you enjoy it. If you haven't, it's good stuff. Good stuff. He wore the socks you gave him. Excellent. All right, so that's pretty good. That's an okay warm up. I could come back to that sometime. I'm pretty happy with it. Should have brought woolly socks. I could see it. I could definitely see it. All right. All right. We got the CoreToons coming. We're gonna color it. We are gonna color it. You would have thrown them away. Frank just goes through airport security barefoot. It's easy enough. Although wait, didn't they just recently change it so you don't have to take your shoes off? Because you still had to in December. But I thought I heard recently they changed it. So excited for Culver's. It's just like, no. Yeah, Culver's. We hit that one up a lot. It turns out, you know, for the low carb diet we have for our kiddo, for one of our kiddos, you can do a lot there. And they got all the good stuff. Man, the roast beef sandwich, or the pot roast sandwich, was so good. Ended in July. Okay. Nice. Yeah, I think Culver's I had known when I was like younger. Ironically, they didn't have one in my hometown until after I went off to college, and then I came back and they had it. But you know, I thought they were just Wisconsin, and like now we have one here in Orlando. Several of them, in fact. They're kind of everywhere, but they're good. They work. They're a meal option that I will take over McDonald's any day. Any day. There used to be a time when McDonald's like hit a certain sweet spot. Not quite anymore, it turns out. Anyway, I digress. I'm gonna color this comic. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, inks our reference layer. Pull up our colors. Which airline do I use? It varies. There was a while where I was pretty consistently Delta, especially when we lived like in Atlanta area, because that's like their biggest hub. So that'll get you pretty much anywhere. There was a period of time before that where it was like Southwest was the preferred one. Now it's just kind of whatever is going to get me there with the least number of stops and lowest cost. I don't have a set one that I always use any longer. Also, we don't travel by air so frequently that I have a go-to. Like I don't earn rewards points at any kind of rate that it would be useful. Oh, did they cut down the size of their seats again? I mean, I feel like that's every airline. Just over time, they're constantly cut. Oh, that's not what I want. I want to do it on the inks layer. There we go. Better. The gate agent told you why could they? What? See, that seems crazy. Wow, Frank, that was fast. I didn't even see what that message was. But thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Should be able to get this guy completely colored tonight. I feel like there's not too much to do. Oh, that's not bad for a window seat that's separate. Oh. That's frustrating. Yeah. Like after taking a few years like away from air travel and then coming back to it, it's not quite what I remembered it as any longer. You know, but it makes sense. Everybody's trying to cut costs, and it's just kind of made the whole thing a little bit less fun. Maybe I can just mix up the colors a little bit. I'll have a little bit of cleanup to do here, but that's not too bad. Say goodnight, Ash, everyone. Forgot to pull the color for the trunk. Let's do that. Ba, ba, ba. Yeah, you know, there was a golden age of Southwest where they seemed like they were kind of like the best value. They didn't charge extra for a bunch of stuff. And now I think stuff is just kind of getting where they're just sort of, everybody's having to add all those extra like nickel and dime surcharges, and it just really adds up. Or they make everything like barely comfortable or not really comfortable, and then you have to pay extra for anything that's slightly more. I wonder. Bup, 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 bup. That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. There we are. Okay. Navigator is its own separate window. So I don't think you guys can see that. What I'm going to try to do, I realize I'm super zoomed in, which makes it kind of hard to follow what's going on in the comic. Do I already have a navigator capture? Let's see. I do. Where's the best place to put this? I wonder. Maybe here's good. Let's try this. Is this helpful to see where I am and what I'm working on? It's one of those things I've been wondering about a little bit, if I could improve my layout this way. There we go. We'll try it out. We'll see how it goes. Southwest wants to charge for carry-ons. Man, whatever happened to bags fly free, right? Ugh. I say, ugh. No, I don't want that. Okay. That might be a bit much. Okay. See you in a minute. All right, I turned all the dialogue off. Right. There we are. Oh, that text. There we go. That's better. All right, panel 2. Here we go. Well, I'm just really glad you guys got to have a good visit. That's so cool. Like, I am happy for you guys. Hopefully the first of many, or first of a long time getting to hang out together. Oh, that would have been cool. I mean, not easy to just, like, you know, shift everything around and do it, but that would have been cool. But it sounds like you've got a plan too, so it's not all that far off from what's going on. Just, you know, taking time to get stuff settled out, figured out how you want to do it. Yeah. Yeah. I know you haven't sounded thrilled when you talked about it, and it sounds like they make you work some pretty tough, like, back-to-backs on shifts and stuff, so... Not lately. And those are always red, right? Yeah. Yeah, on the weather map. That's how they do it. There's that. Get you there. Ba, 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 ba. That can go like that. We're gonna just do a nice tannish kind of, maybe like this. Yeah, let's get that a little bit less glowy. Okay, I like that. I like that a lot better. Okay. Like, what changed with your job that made it so much more depressing? If you don't mind me asking. Nope, that is the wrong thing. That's the front arrow, that's why. Okay. I know some workplaces, like, it can be tough. Like, sometimes things start out and they just seem like fine. What am I seeing? Anyway, sorry, I saw a reflection in one of my monitors. I was like, what am I actually looking at? But yeah, like things can start out and they seem fine or even great, and then like it's just sometimes a very subtle change that you don't even know necessarily. It's people around you go through stuff, or something changes with how the store has to be run, or the workplace, and suddenly it's just wrong arrow. Yep, that's not really. Let's saturate that and get a little darker. Is that too close to the low? And sometimes there's very distinct things that happen, and you're like, oh, I know exactly what changed, and why it's hard now. So, I like keeping with the theme. Like usually on most weather maps, you'll see lows put as an L, as a red L. So I like keeping everything themed that way, but I'm a little worried that shaded color on the arrows is just too close to the low symbol on the left. And I'm debating how I want to deal with that. How do I could just do a saturated red. Like, no, that's not what I wanted. Because I mean, the ones that you tend to see on weather maps are more saturated, so that makes sense, but let's see. I could tweak that a little bit. Maybe bring it down a little darker. Nice and saturated still. Okay, that stands out really well. I think that does the job. All right, let's go with that for now. What is this song? This version? Okay. Okay. Okay, let's get this going. Text I do not have to color, thankfully. Adding in my layers real quick. All right. So let's do similarly. Just change our hue. This should be a pretty rich blue then, if I've done my job correctly. Yeah, pretty intense, but I like it. We can remember that. Is that the tan that I used? I think it is. I think. Here, let's check something real quick. Let's check this real quick. What is happening? Yes, it is indeed the same. Cool. Cool. Switch those up a little bit. All right, that's fine. That's good there. So then I can probably use one of... What's not going to mix too much with her color scheme. Maybe later. Well, that's hers. So let's do her first. Let's color in Chloe first and figure out what we want to do from there. Okay, there's that. This has quickly become one of my favorite tracks that they play on Game Chops. I need to do something about that hand. That hand is not looking okay. There we go. That is better. All right, and of course this one also. There we go. Now we can bring the yeah. I think we can bring the text back in. That's all good. So I'm totally excited about the fact that this is actually going to be our third CoreToons comic in the so to speak in the hopper, like that we've actually gotten done before it needs to be released for the magazine. We don't often get to work that way, and between having it be the summer and our change in format, it's been a little bit of a relief to be able to build up a reserve of a few comics. Right, and we'll just saturate and darken this one a little bit more to land at our background color. Nope. Wrong. Better. We can further saturate and further darken. Gotta change your reference layer. There we go. Oh, and I kind of missed her shoe, and that's a little important. So let's go ahead and get that, huh? Oh, you know what I can do? There you go. That's what I wanted. You. Yeah. Oh my gosh. The Wii startup music just immediately drilled into my brain. That's hilarious. Okay. Yeah, then we'll go back to panel 2. Same thing for you. Yeah, that looks much better, I think. I like that. Okay, cool. Just 2 panels left to color. It is 11 p.m. We're doing okay. Nope, that is what happened there. Okay. Interesting. Panel 4. And then we'll just shade, and man, we're doing all right. This is cool. We could possibly finish this one tonight. Probably just like cursed myself, but that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I do have inks in there as the reference. Great. That's why. Like, that is definitely not supposed to be the eyeball right there, but it looks like it's supposed to be. And I'm thinking that's gotta stop. Anything needs fixing there? No, that looks pretty good. Get this here. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'll turn text off here for a second while I get the background. No depresso at Petco. I mean, that kind of works as a comic title. Wrong reference layer. Shame on me. Listen, I'm trying to embrace doing things the quick way when necessary instead of just trying to do things the utmost proper way. I mean, I've lasso filled, I've bucket filled, I've pen drawn in filled, I've done the select tool filling up to the vector line. Although with the vector, like right now on my bucket tool, I've even got it set to fill up to the vector path. So I'm getting a good fill. So why not be quick? She wouldn't let you go to Petco. I believe him every time. It's incredible. The amount of naivete on my part is just incredible. This comic? Or this something else? Sorry, what are we doing right now? Whoop, reference lines. Y'all, my brain the last couple of weeks has just been somewhere else. It's been, I guess it's just been a stretch still. Still acclimating with everything. Getting back from the trip, getting ready for a presentation. Work's been pretty busy. Our kids' school year just started. Boop, boop, boop. Actually, maybe make that off-white. I don't know. You like the comic, you go bet. Sounds good. Hey, thanks for coming by. I hope you have a good night, man. Get a good rest. I hope that tooth gets better and that the mouth guard is helpful for you. Happy to see you. Happy you had a good visit. And yeah, we'll catch you next time in the near future. And also, thank you. Did I say thank you? Because thank you. Guys, that's flats. That's it. That's all. Nice. And now we're on to shading. Exciting. Oop, too many. Set you to multiply. Pick my usual shadow color, and here we go. Mm-hmm. Okay. I was a big fan of that one. Maybe do a lighter one on these. Yeah. Looks pretty good. Hydrate. Forgot I usually do the lighter shade of the shading on the clouds. It does look a lot better. Okay, let's get these trees going on here. That's a little bit of deja vu. Interesting. Huh. The music, that is. It's all good. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Caffeine wearing off. Yep. I might do a little gradient on the grass. That's not what I wanted. Like, how strong do I really want that to be? That's pretty good. That works. Works for me. We're playing some good Zelda music tonight. Okay. Did I not shade? I didn't get over those trees. Oh my gosh. Alright, no worries. Yeah, there we go. Just finish what I was doing here real quick. Okay. Cool. Okay. Doing all right there. Almost done with this panel. Okay, that's all good there. Yay, that's a panel all the way done. Good deal. Look at us go. Right, always set your reference layers. Apparently I'm just gonna keep forgetting that tonight. Or maybe just start remembering, like, right the last 5 minutes before I'm done. Because, you know, that sounds about right. That sounds about right for tonight. It's all good. It's been a good night, though. It's been a good night, you know? I mean, it's kind of always a good night when I'm gonna hang out and do art, but it's been good chatting. But did that not fill behind? Okay, well that's good to know. Good to know. I don't think it needs it. But good to know. Okay. That's fine. Hey, set reference layer. Nice. High five myself. It's cool. It's cool. I am apparently in the focus zone right now, so don't mind if I get a little quiet here. That was a much stronger scroll than I meant. For anyone out there who's still with us, I just want to say I hope you're having a good night. I hope this time is nice and relaxing for you, like it is for me. And yeah, you're having a good relaxing time and enjoying this time as I am. And I mentioned it a little bit earlier, but I'm excited I get to give this presentation at the library, or be part of a presentation. One of the librarians, who's actually our DM for the library D&D game, will be giving part of it as well. And it's really cool. I wish I had gotten things done to share a little bit earlier, but life just, man, sometimes during the week, it's Sunday night and I blink and here we are streaming. That's kind of incredible. I think it's good. It's a sign of a full life, but like in a good way. But there are times I'm like, oh, I definitely don't have as much time as I sometimes assume that I have. But we get it done. I get it done, we get it done. Alright, gonna go to the lighter shading for the clouds. Well, I set one reference layer. I did it once. So that counts for something, right? Even if I forgot the subsequent times. Yeah, I know I've been watching the presentation is on hurricanes. I've been keeping a little bit of an eye on the tropics. Nothing too crazy just yet. I know we have that Atlantic storm that just finally developed, but it's pretty well off the coast. Could still have some impacts out there. But thankfully, nothing directly targeting. I think CSU just put out their updated forecast for the season this week. At any rate, it was a healthy reminder that it's still going to be a slightly above average season. I don't think they changed it since their previous update to the seasonal forecast, but basically it's, things are getting active again, so keep your eyes on the tropics. Always something we're doing down here in Florida anyway. But yeah, and if you go over to NHC now, even there's a few developmental zones they're keeping an eye on. So we're getting to that part. Peak season, for those of you who aren't aware, is like September 9th, 10th. So we still have a little ways to go till we even get to the most active part of the season. I think a lot of people assume like, oh, the season starts on June 1st. So here we are, August 7th. There's not been a whole lot of activity, especially in terms of landfalling stuff on the East Coast. So they're kind of like, oh, well, clearly it's the above average forecast is a bust. But no, we haven't reached the meat of the season. And I know we've been here in Florida coming up on 3 years, 2 September seasons. And we've had hurricanes one September, one October, and 2 Novembers, something like that. So that's when, especially because the Gulf activates a bit more after the peak of the season. And that's where you can see things that come across that west coast, the peninsula, and scrape across. But yeah, we're not done with the season yet, or the season's not done with us. We'll see where it goes. But I'm not breathing easy anytime soon. But yeah, I'm excited to talk a little bit about hurricane stuff, and just about, some of the basic science of it. Not sure how familiar our audience will be. Probably all sorts of levels of familiarity. It is not just for kids. It's like a general audience's presentation, so I'm sure there'll probably be some kids there as well. But it's funny because I'm like, I've talked, I guess you guys have given me a little practice here, talking about stuff, with y'all. But like, otherwise, like, well, I've presented at American Meteorological Society, so and NOAA Hurricane Conference. So I've done peer presentations where I'm like, just like, it's entirely on my own work and like my research and much more in depth. Did I switch colors? I did. Yay, I figured it out. And I've done like, CoreToons, so I've clearly done some stuff for kids. I gave a presentation at the library, one of the kids classes. But I haven't done a lot of just general, like, hey, I'm a meteorologist and I'm going to talk to you about stuff. So I'm excited. I hope it's enjoyable for everybody. Don't want to let my DM down, because he's pretty awesome. But I guess the other part of it is, like, I was originally planning on being a TV meteorologist, so this is a bit part and parcel with what I had at one point wanted to do with my entire career. So there's that. And I did have some practice at that. If you happened to watch Tallahassee local weather in like spring. Oh gosh, that wasn't even my undergrad year. That was a while ago. Let's just say a while ago. Or for a specific period of time, you might have caught me on the FSU weather show. That one segment where I managed to forget to grab the clicker when I went on and like had to walk back and grab it multiple times because I just, even when I went back and got it, I wasn't like, I'm gonna hold on to this. I put it down after I advanced the graphic. I don't know why I did that. It's good times. Feels like a lifetime ago. Okay, that looks pretty good. Do I need to add anything on the text? Maybe. Are we set at 11:40? Yeah, I think we got this. Y'all, we're on our almost done with our second to last panel. Hey, not bad. Hey. I don't know where that came from. Yep. Yep. Apparently this is the Jeff cracks himself up portion of the stream, so don't mind me. Laugh with me if you'd like. You're more than welcome. Alright guys, here we go. Last panel. Shading. I know, I think the CoreToons issue 1 of this new season is set to go out sometime in mid-September. So I'm just really excited to have a little bit of a excuse me, send that reference later. A head start, you know, and now we're not doing weekly comics. It'll be a little bit more of a deliberate cadence, but also trying to offer a little bit more per delivery. So yeah, it's nice to feel a little bit like we've got a good healthy head start on the season. We'll see how that lasts, you know, past the holidays and all that, because that's a whole nother ball of wax. But for now, it feels good. Ooh. Just got some good thunder. Man, we have had the best lightning shows the last few nights. It is just like lit up. I know we have windows that face out west towards Tampa, and even though it's, you know, it's like, I don't know, 100 miles away, it's like an hour and a half from here. We can see storms that are out over Tampa and even out over the Gulf. It is some amazing lightning shows at night out here. It's been pretty awesome this last week. Almost every night some kind. We had one, our internet actually got knocked out after a very near lightning strike earlier in the week. It was actually out for like the whole evening, and it wasn't back up until like the next morning. So it hit something around here. We're still not quite sure what, but it was very close. There was almost no delay between the flash and the sound. That was pretty cool. I was surprised to read that apparently it was like 24, maybe even 23. Texas beat Florida as lightning capital of the states. But pretty regularly Florida is kind of the top of that list, just because, you know, we've got a really good setup for lightning and convection with the sea breeze in the summer. Just like especially when the two sea breezes collide. So you'll get, you know, say the wind's blowing from the west, right? So that'll push the west coast sea breeze across. Let me just scrape my headphones on my mic. That's cool. And then it'll kind of pin the east coast sea breeze to the coast, so it'll be moving much more slowly. So then sometimes in the middle, more often like a little bit more skewed to the east of the middle of the peninsula, the two sea breezes will just run into each other and just blow up with awesome lightning. It's the coolest thing. I remember even when I was in school, I interned for a summer, just like a school for credit internship with the Weather Service office there in Tallahassee. And I used to go and play on their forecast and model viewer software, which is called AWIPS. You know, a lot of times they'd be busy doing forecast stuff, so they wouldn't have time to really give me much instruction or one-on-one stuff, so they would just tell me to go play on AWIPS. And yeah, that was one of my favorite things to do, was even from the Tallahassee, the Panhandle, watching the sea breeze collide over the peninsula, or even on the west side, like around Cross City, Florida. You could see it pretty well. So it was neat. It was one of my favorite things. Even just like, it's like honestly one of my favorite meteorological phenomena. It's so cool, and I love how it's reliable. It's just like, no, just due to the sheer difference in heating between the ocean and the water, yeah, you can count on the sea breeze to come in and create that afternoon convection. And man, tell you what, living here, when the sea breeze, even when we don't get a lot of lightning or stuff out of it, just the change in the air mass coming through is so nice. Like, I tell people, like, we may hit like almost 100 degrees during the day, but once that sea breeze comes through and we drop like 10 degrees, it feels so nice. Okay. Yeah, guys, we're almost there. This is awesome. I mean, I was kind of hoping to get here and knew it was sort of possible, but it's just nice. It's nice to see it come through and be about done. Which means I will need to think of something new to work on next week. That's never really a problem. Ooh, I like this one. Placeholder Change You Someday by Rifty Beats. Nice. Listen to this one again later. Okay, he feels pretty anchored to the ground. So now I just gotta get her. And I might do a similar gradient shadow here just to give it a little more dynamic feel to that panel so it's not as flat. Maybe just a little bit more. All right. All right. So as usual, as is our process, I'll take this, share it with Ashley, get any feedback, make any tweaks that she has. But I think we did it, y'all. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, I can probably get rid of the navigator window at this point, since we're just looking at the full comic. What I will do, we can take a look at the time lapse, which I always enjoy doing. There we are. Not bad. Pretty short and sweet, but yeah, we got there. All right. Cool. Cool. So, what I think we can do, I'm gonna hop back over to just chatting because we're actually we're done, guys. We did it. We finished the whole thing. With a few minutes to spare, but not a lot of minutes to spare. So yeah, I'm gonna hang out here in just chatting for a minute. I think that we're gonna be good to just wrap it up. Not bad. I know after going a little bit longer last week, it's probably good for me to get actually get heading out and get to bed because presentations to finish, work tomorrow, children, life. It's busy. There's lots going on. So yeah, so we just seen tonight, I'm working on CoreToons. For those of you who don't know about CoreToons, we have a command, don't we? We absolutely do. CoreToons is right now a Substack. We're working on a format change and a website and a bunch of cool stuff. It's growing. It's this project we started with. It was started by Sarah Giles, one of our comic creator friends, and we work with her and Ken Ralston and S.J. Winkler. And we get to work with a host of our other friends in the kids comics arena, and yeah, we make short educational comics for kids. We got like a little bit of educational content, but some humor and some fun activities and questions for the kids. Yeah, we've been doing this for a year and a half now. It's been really great. I love working with this team. So yeah, check it out. That's Substack, CoreToons.substack.com. You can go. You can always take a peek without signing up. It's all free. We don't ask for any money at the moment. Someday we may do some subscription service, but we right now want to. Even if we start asking, we want to give folks some ways to get it for free. But right now there's no wall. You can just go check out the comics without signing up, or you can sign up to get the Substack emails. of course. And you can also follow them on our links are on there, I think, to get to our Instagram. It's not CoreToons, it's something else. But keep posted. We got lots of fun stuff we're doing. We're having a good time, and I can't wait to start rolling out some of the stuff we're doing next. But that's CoreToons. It's one of my favorite projects. I'm debating right now what we want to do next week. I don't know for sure. I have no shortage of art projects. I haven't done a slice of life comic for a while, and I've got a few of those that would be fun. We've got another CoreToons on tap, at least a couple of them probably. We may keep on going on. I could pick up again on, like, I still have to finish that Kingdom Hearts piece. We've got that. We got a few different directions we could go. So I'm gonna think about it, and we'll just see next week what we end up doing. In the meantime, if you're looking for more of my art, or more of Ashley's writing, or more of the combination of both, you can find us at our socials. Those are WagWorksGA everywhere that we are, which is primarily Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube, where you can find recordings of all these streams. You can also check us out at our website, which is just www.wagworksga.com. That's got my portfolio. We've got a blog. We don't always update it a lot, but when time allows, we do that. But you can find more of our stuff there as well. As always, I encourage you to check out Frank's Instagram, where he posts his Loosey Goosey comic, as well as a few other series that he's working on. He's not here to plug it himself, but I will plug it because I really enjoy his comics and his style. If you're looking for something that's fun, with a good, like, Sunday funnies type of vibe, head on over and find him at Loosey Goosey Comic over on Instagram, and check it out. Frank is first mod, currently only mod, and best mod for this channel, and we appreciate him. So please send some support his way. You can also find him right here on Twitch. No, it's not that. It is. Shout out Frank. You can also find him here. He plays a lot of Dead by Daylight, some Peak, but he also streams comics usually when he's waiting in the lobbies for those. So you can see him working over there. He's fast. He's fast and he's good. So please check out Frank. That is mostly it. I will talk schedule. So yeah, Thursday nights 10 p.m. is my time. So you can expect to find me back here next Thursday night. I'm working on introducing some quiet streams, a lot like the format that I did on the road. I'm working on improving the layout a little bit, but as with everything, time is always at a premium. So improvements are coming, but not quite done. We'll go with that. But I'll announce those on my Instagram before, try to go the day of at least. And they'll just be shorter, probably like an hour or something like that. Just no mic, no camera, just working on the comics. Chat may not be quite as responsive. Yeah, that's about it. Guys, it's been good being back second week now in the kind of more regular stream format that we're familiar with. Thanks for coming by, everybody. Thanks for hanging out, letting me share this time with you. I think I've mentioned it before, but like, this has such a good, chill art studio vibe to me, and I just love drawing and sharing and chatting. I hope you had a good time too. If you're watching the VODs over on YouTube or on Twitch, thank you for supporting me that way as well. Feel free to leave a comment, a like, a follow, a subscribe, whatever is appropriate and you feel like doing. Honestly, even just watching a little bit, the support means the world to me, so thank you. Anything else? Thanks to everybody who swung by tonight, whether I saw you in chat or not. I appreciate you. This is always a lurk positive environment, so I'm never going to call anybody out. But I just know that I'm happy you're here, and it means a lot to me that you chose to spend a little bit of time with me. Gosh, guys, I think that's everything. So thank you again, everybody. I hope... Hold on a second. I'm going to push this button over here. That's the one. Yeah, I hope you had a good time. I hope you have a great rest of your night. I hope you have a great rest of your week in between. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you next time. So thank you once again, and bye.